1. So now we're going to continue the next part of the C language elements, the keywords or reserved words. So in C, a reserved word is defined as the word that has a special meaning in C and cannot be used for other purposes. So if you are using a reserved word, if you hear about a keyword or reserved word, you cannot create or you cannot use it as a variable or any other definition. You cannot use it for defining a text because this already has a special meaning in C. So, ibutangan na nag-meaning ni Kuya Dennis. Nana na yung meaning. So, di na mo pwede ilaptan. Hindi mo na siya gamitin as the, for example, data type int. Nana na siya function int to declare x is an integer variable. So, we have different examples of keywords: int, void, double, or return. So, int, void, double, and return. So, these are 4 examples of keywords. There are lots of keywords we have mentioned already before in the previous slide. Ilan to ka keywords ang C? 32. So, we know today. 32 keywords ang C. But, kamera kinuhang commonly nagamit. You can remember this int, void, double return, or return is usually to exit a function or to exit the program. So we will try to tackle that later on in our discussions. Basta, these are the keywords that you can use for C program. Next, we have the punctuation marks. So these are the different punctuation marks now we can use for C. So we have the first one, slash asterisk. Asterisk slash is used for pangganihang comments or multi-line comments. These are used to enclose a single line remarks. And next, we have the double quotation, used to display a series of characters and initializing the string constant. So if you have to display or print something using the print function, you always have to put a double quotation because you will display series of characters. So for example, you are going to print a hello world, print F. Hello world. Okay. So for example, you have hello world. So unsa man ni ang each letter, di ba? It is called as a character. It has a corresponding value in C or ASCII table. So this one, letter H, is a character. Character. H is a capital H is a character. E is also considered as a character, di ba? L is considered also as a character. L is considered as a character. And O is a character. Ang space called white space or empty space is also considered as a character. World, W-O-R-L-D. So all of these letters or symbols or whatever you call that are characters. And if ever you're going to display a series of characters, you are going to put a quotation, double quotation mark. Mao gyud considered as a character ito na siya. Mao ito, correct na siya lang tapos ko estimation. Basta nasa sud sa quotation mark, only considered as the characters that you are going to print. If na siya gawas sa quotation mark, di ba, pwede pa kang print kung variable, value sa variable. Kaya katong sabihan na 9 minimum max. Sample, magpunta ka ng meter, add ka sa percent. Ako, max, katong ganyan, ang max is 10. For example, nga, nakaninani, ang nasa sunod sa imong double quotation mark, double quotation, mo na tanan ang characters ni print. So, including name. Pero, ang kaning gibuhat ani niya is, this is a conversion specification. Mo na ang way para ma-convert ang variable na naa sa right into a character. So whatever the value is of the max na word, or maybe the defined of int max, yeah, max plus 10. Or katong define ganiha nga sa katong slides ganiha nga 10 siya yung defined. If ever mo print f ka, nga gibutang nimo sa sud nakaani, hello world, and 9% niya, tama max. Iya na lang ang variable na max ko, niya ang value, sa value niya, which is 10. So, marin na si max, na siya value ng 10. Si 10, iya lang i-convert into a character through this conversion specification. Kani nga percent conversion specification specifies that the value that is being converted into character is a digit or a number. For integers, percent D gamiton. For float, decimal numbers, you have percent %F. Then for characters, you have percent %C characters. Then for strings, you have percent %S. So nana siya ay different conversion specification. Basically, kung sa variable ninyo sa right side, kung sa value na variable, for example 10, iya na i-convert into a character through what you call as a conversion specification. Nana siya sa next slides. Basta dire ang 10 niya naging character para i-print kanitan lang na sa inside sa string may mo character. Goods. So i-print na ni sa console na hello world. Ang gawas sa dapat sa estimation is 10. Ang gawas na dire 10. So that is the use of double quotation. So remember, everything inside the double quotation mark is considered as a character. Naitabo lang ang kani, iya lang i-convert ang value into a character para ma-print siya as a. Pero actually, go lang sunod na is integer. Basically. Nala siya sa gawas para mahibawan mga variable na ayong ibutan niya. Pwede man ka mo add more variables on the right side. Kaman lang mo tama. Next, we have semicolon. So, statement separator. So, this is the semicolon. You are going to put semicolon every time you are in the body. Or if you are, actually not always because you have conditionals and loops. Pero most likely, if you are declaring something, you are printing something, you are scanning something, you are getting an input, getting an output, you are trying to assign a value, you are going to put semicolon. So for now, dili pa natin yung memorize or actually master o asa dyan ibutang kasi semicolon. But try to familiarize lang for now, kasi usually gamitan semicolon. Along the way, when you write code, you can notice na kasagaran na may semicolon. So, you can learn along the way. But most likely, if you have executable statements or declaration like this one, you are going to put semicolon. Basta remember, dili ka magbutang semicolon besides sa opening o closing sa mga curly braces. Then, what else? Hindi ka magbutang semicolon sa sheet load, STDR, and H. Usually, na siya sa inside sa body sa main function or any other function. Usually, na sa mga function ang aning semicolons. So, try to learn na lang along the way on where you're going to put semicolons. Basta, this is considered as statement separator. Like for example, ganiha manay na putol ng zero. Kani, dili na siya cause of error sa program because this is already considered as another statement. Nanaw, nabutang na maka-out semicolon din. So dapat sila, i-try kung run na sa computer, sa compiler, hindi na siya mag-error. Okay, mura na naman siya, nagpunta na kasi may corollary, mura na na next line. Mura na siya nagpunta. Pero sa IDE, sa yung coding na asa ka mag-write sa code, mas better yung enter na namin sa review. I-weird na ka na, di ba? Mura siya kasangin. Pero sa i-run compiler, di lang siya mag-cause error because you have already put a semicolon. Meaning this, separate na mo this statement with this statement. So that's the purpose of semicolon, the statement separator. Next, we have comma. This is used to separate one variable to another. So just like this one, you have max. Pwede po ka add ka o garin, add ka o min. Add ka o min. You can write how many variables you want inside the add total conversion specification. Basta every time mag-print ka something, you are actually following the order. So for example, nakainuha ka variable diha. If you are having a first %d, it is going to correspond with the first variable. And then second %d, second variable. And for as many as you want, it will follow the order in which where the first conversion specification is indicated in your string or in your printf statement. Then aside from printf, scanf, pwede po ka mag-multiple variables. For example, you have scanf, then you want to scan multiple numbers or values. So you can scan %d, then example x, y, and x, and so you can also do this if you want. So it is just going to follow the order, like how you print or how you output. So first %d will be stored in the variable x, address of x. Second %d want to sa address of y. Gets ra? Basta as long as you do not forget the statement ay the comma, which is used to separate one variable. So kani comma and comma. Separate this variable to this variable. Wala yung purpose ng comma. Kani? Separate this variable and this variable. Always and after sa quotation mark, either printf or scanf, after any double quotation, magbutang sa gao, comma. Para makabaw siya, makasunod na nga parameter ay makipasa or kanang input. So what else? Sunod kay equal sign. So basically, equal sign is just to assign a value to the left side. Kung sa'yo nasa left side, assign na natin yung value like this one. Kani, x equals 2 times 2 times 2. Ang nasa left side din mo, your x or any variable you are going to put in the left side of the assignment operator, kanima na nasa left side. Pag gamit ang assignment operator, which is equal sign, iyan ang i-assign ang value na nasa right side, which is dibuka ni, sa result ni 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. Ang 16 nga value, iyan ang i-store sa left hand side or sa variable na nasa left, which is x. Diba? Ang 16 maside sa x. Asa man na maput si 16 sa man naman na-store no ka, pero ang x, diba, kung ano siya, memory cells. Asa na dapit? Nasa RAM, diba? Nadaray nasa pinaka baba, nadaray, si x. So, ang 16 nga po, 4 bytes man na. So, tibok 16, ma-store na siya. There is you have lungga. First one, sa nga address. There siya ma-preso, or there siya ma-store. At tibok 4 bytes yung mga cell, or memory cell, inside your RAM, in the first 4 bytes, or asa na dapat ibutang sa RAM. Yeah, ma-store si 16. Pero, yung wala nang ipangalan as variable na x. Para whenever mo tawag kag x sa imong printf, scanf, or whatever part sa inyong code, tawag ka sa x. Iabot kag iya ang i-access ang value nga nasa kaning x, which is 16. Ano ang pag-store dito or pag-access sa variable. And then we have, what else? Single quotation. Single quotation is used for visualizing character expression. So if you are using a single character lang, di ba, ang double quotes is to display series of characters, meaning daghan ka characters nga display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 characters dili. So if na kay more than one character na i-print or display, you have to use double quotation. For characters, if you declare a character, like for example, char or card, char na lang ito, char niya kuan, letter. Ipag-assign ka o value or assign ka o character, specific character sa imong variable na letter, this is the variable name. Then, variable, consider as variable, but it's also the variable name. Then, assign ka o letter C, for example. So, you are going to use single quotation because it is only one character. Or one letter, simple. Or symbol, for example. Symbol na lang. So, misleading kayo ang name lang. So, since letter man siya, so, C na lang. So, for example, mag-squad ka o isa ka character, so you are just going to use single quotation. Then, next we have the ampersand operator or the address operator. So, dala siya two names kaning symbol and it's called as ampersand or the address operator. So, dala address operator. Operator and then ampersand. Two names nila. Siya alias. Or si Elias ba? Dahil siya alias si ampersand. Igo na siya mo. So, di ba, naman tayo add, subtract, tayo plus, minus, times, divide. Mga different mathematical operations. Plus is to add, minus is to subtract, times is for multiply. Then divide is for dividing. Ay, division is symbol na lang. Oh. So, naapod na address operator siya, meaning it's to operator to get the address. So, that's why it's address operator because kung sa'yo nasa right side, kung sa'yo variable tapad sa address operator, iyan na i-get ang address. It will obtain the address of the variable. Kasi pasabot sa address. Tawa, for example, di ba, maka-remember mo, kasi may purpose sa scan F. To scan function is scan function. It is to get an input from the user. So, tayo, for example, ganun, sabi gamit na ni, %. Dili display input man. So minimum type of number nila conversion specification. %D, digit, number, whole number. So %D, whole number for integer na siya. %F for decimal numbers. 1.2 for floating point. But remember for now, %D is for digit or whole number. It's to get input, scanf is to get input man. Input. Get input from the user. Scan, input. get input function, scan function to get two numbers, two digits or two numbers, or whole numbers, okay, percentage whole numbers na siya for integers. And then those two whole numbers, asa na natin siya store? Ang gamit sa scanf function is to get the input from the user na yung numbers, and then store siya sa variable na first na percentage, first number store sa first na variable which is x. Second number is store sa second variable which is y. But before we can store that in those two variables, we have to locate where or asa nga address siya ma-store. Kung mantibaw si computer, kung takabaw asa nga address. So, that's why we will use the address operator. Kung itaon na itong address ni x o address ni y. And then, if you can remember earlier, diba, when we try to create a variable x, una na lang itong y na rin, wala buhan na. Diba, nag-create tayo x o y na rin variable, asa man na siya asa man ito nga ni ang kuhan, i-assign na sa memory cell, diba, nakandali sa RAM. So, maning ang variable, 4 bytes, naanapod tayo 4 bytes na y. Dari, so, ang ma-store na value, mo input si user dito sa x o y. First na number, ma-store ni x, ano siya, musunod sa location, dari ng part. Tapos, 16 yan po, musunod kay 2. So, kaning location sa RAM, sa iyang memory cells, na ano siya specific address. Ano siya considered as hexadecimal values 01x 1x 80 something or unsa na random ra na kay unsa na ikuan sa RAM, random access memory. So dito makabaw unsay actual address na or unsay gi-assign na ng value sa printer or address. Basta na siya kaning circle or kaning cell sa RAM o kaning cell sa RAM na siya specific address nga dili na to may bawkan. Para makagamit taan ang address ato siya mag-declare yung tadaan sa first part of the body, magbutang na declaration para malocate na itong kani specifically ng cell, memory cell is for the variable x. And second, this specific memory cell is for variable y. So that whenever we get an input from the user using scanf, katulad dito, getting a whole number, when we use the address operator, it will perform the operation, address operation, kaning address operator, iyan ang i-locate sa may actual address ni x. So, makita na na with the use of address operator, makuha na niya ang specific address. Makuha na niya ang specific address. Example, 0180. You don't need to mind the actual value or the address sa kuhaan kay dili man na nato siya masabtan and dili ko siya need sa inyong mga kuhaan programming ng kuhaan. Basta remember lang, ang purpose sa address operator is to get the address of the variable. Para makaibaw, i-input ni user dito sa scanf, type ka of something, a value or anything, it will be stored in the address labeled as x. And then, si next number, which is 2, type of 2 sa scanf, pupunta na siya sa y using the address operator yapon. Address operator, ano ni y. Asa man yung address of y, ano na sa 0x1AEF, sa manay. Matakabaw, unsa na yung actual value or unsa na address. Basta, kaning cell, na labeled siya nimo through the declaration. So, for now, dili pa kayo siya easily understandable, but as we go along the way, once you learn how to code and how to quant, if you review lang in this video, you can understand, dili pa to. Remember lang important ang address operator every time you get a whole number. you need to always put address operator beside the variable whenever you scan it. But when you print lang, dili na ka magbutang o ampersand or address operator. Diretso na siya. May mag-gets naman niya. Iba naman siya nga nanadiha ang value. Hindi na ka magbutang o address operator sa printing output. Only during input or scanning for values, diyan ka magbutang o operator, address operator. Gets ka? Okay. Then last punctuation mark, we have the curly braces. The open and close braces. This denotes the beginning and end of the sa input or every function. You will put a curly braces. Then all these things are for C programming. Pag-learn mo lain language, maybe they have different rules, different application. All of these are for C. Dili C++, dili C sharp. Only C. C. Henry C pa, Henry C. Dili C ni Kuya Dennis. C ni Kuya Dennis. I think I last the name or so now we're going to proceed with the identifiers. So one feature present in all computer languages is the identifier. So identifier allows us to name data and other objects in the program. So kaning identifier is mura na siya kung kanang variable or variable name. Mura na siya analogy. Mura libong-libong na siya no kanang dagdagan ng variable name. What else? Basta same na siya. Hindi ko sabi siya sa identifier no kay name. Pangalan, pagpamalan, pag-identify. Pag-identify sa data or sa address. Kung asa i-store ang value. So identifiers allow us to name data and other objects in the program. For now, dili pa kayo siya but maybe in the future if you have other programming subjects. Kinsa may ME dire? ME. Mechatronics, computational science. Okay, you will undergo, I think, 3 programming subjects compared sa other courses. At sa man, usually, you need to CE or CEE. CE and EE. CHE. Anyways, going back, each identified object in the computer is stored at a unique address. So like what I mentioned earlier, ang i-identify ng object or kaning i-declare na itong X, variable X, na siya ay i-store na unique address which is found in the random access memory or the physical memory. Nadali na siya random address kanyang 0x something, 0x180, hindi na ito mga bawal, basta hexadecimal value na siya or number system. And then, di pamanlanan na nato ang memory cell diha, di pamanlanan na ato lang i-identify na i-name na itong variable na kanang allocation is for the variable X, kaning allocation is for the variable Y, or depende sa unsa nga variable inyong i-declare sa inyong program. So, if we didn't have identifiers that we could use to symbolically represent data allocations, so if wala na tayo variables gamiton, hindi na mo make use of these declarations in X, Y, full name, what else, hindi na magbutang ana, we would have to know and use objects addresses. So meaning you have to memorize, you have to know asa may address 0180 F something, 0180 B. Kailangan ka maibaw sa specifically sa RAM nimo i-store ang kanang value. Kailangan ka maibaw sa specifically next part sa RAM i-store ang next value. So mag-listen ta na if kita mo yung developers or programmers. So thankfully with the use of C or with the help of Kuya Dennis, itagaan tagway para maka-declare variables. Itagaan tagway para maka-identify or maka-name of different variables so that we can store it at their unique addresses in the RAM. So muna importante jud kayo nga maka-about sa rules sa valid o invalid naming conventions or dyan natin pagkaibaw nga sakto ba nga pag-declare kung variable or dili. So instead, if wala tayo way to identify those addresses, we simply give data identifiers and let the compiler keep track of where they are physically located. So, one of physically located kay physical memory kung sa din. Basta din, para din lang mag-ibo, di man nila nga, importante lang ang identifiers. So now we're going to have the naming conventions, discuss the naming conventions. These are the rules ni Kuya Dennis. Okay, very careful man si Kuya Dennis. Dennis Trillo, Dennis Ritchie din, Dennis Ritchie. Iyan ang i-design. Iyan ang i-design tanan. Designer man si Kuya Dennis Ritchie. Iyan ang i-develop si para sa future generations. So number 1 rule daw, what's my first rule? Names are made up of letters and digits. Pasabot sa names is the variable names. Diba? Variable names. Variable letter. Any letter, pinag-iman ba na? XP, Jensen, so, any kuan, yan na kayo 1, 2, 3. Names are made up of letters and digits. So, goods na na. Then, number 2, second rule, the first character must be a letter. So, dili pwede nga mag-una ka o number. So, mag-una ka o 1, then XP. Export pa, export. Mag-una ka 1 na, invalid na cause na ng error sa program. And then, C is case sensitive. Example, S is not the same with lowercase s is not the same with uppercase s. So, napot tayo, for example, mag-balik natin snake. And then, in, natapok mas snake. Si C kay case sensitive because Kuya Dennis kay sensitive. Ganan siya nga lahi ang gamay nga S o lawak na S. Because what will happen if puros gamay nga S? Yan, declare ka variable nga same variable. Maunsa ka siya, mausa or ma-conflict ang address. Di ba? Na naman kay assign. For example, muna yung mag-assign dito sa first na cell sa RAM or sa memory. Magbuhat na sa ko another variable with the same variable name with the same lowercase letters. Kaya yung ato sa siya padung sa buwan. Ato niya, na may tagiya atong teritoryo, na may tagiya atong cell. So, mabuha, makonflict, magupa sa computer, magutol, magutol, etc. Wala, kaya ni Kuya Dennis, lahi kami ng casing sa isa lang naman ka letter, pero same lang ito work, okay na daw, basta dahil lang ang casing kay. Kuha si Kuya Dennis, sensitive. Yan, yung C na gibuhat kay case sensitive. Meaning, iya yung dictate no kung lowercase ba or uppercase or iya yung lahi ang case. As long as lahi ang casing, goods ra si Kuya Dennis. And then, C is also case sensitive. Nakapot tayo other programming languages na case. So may opposite ni Kuya Dennis. Case in sensitive mga laki ba? Case insensitive. Na may programming ang C case sensitive. Kuya Dennis. Napot tayo lahat language ng case insensitive. Try to search what are other languages that are case sensitive. Kaya kanang case insensitive, pasabot na niya is what siya paki if lain nga letter casing niya ang gamit. As long as same siya word, mo determine na siya nga conflict na siya. Dili man mo matter niya ang lowercase or uppercase. Naay ni nana nga languages. I forgot kung sa to. Basta naay ni nana. Opposite ni Kuya Dennis. Basta remember si C kay case sensitive. You can search for the languages na case sensitive. Basta si C kay case sensitive. Meaning, lahi ang lowercase and uppercase. Meaning, same even the same word, lahi ang locations na iyang mga use for the memory cells. Dili pwede mag-ilog o memory cell or mag-ilog o territory. Ano yung purpose ni Kuya Dennis? The next, number 4.